lost the football. Opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Well, before the possession switches here, I had written down that I wanted to talk about some of the awards this past season in the NFL. He was the MVP, but touchdown, Detroit! A great effort there. 43 yards. And the Lions add on to their lead.
All right.
And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that.
I'm good because number 77 is speed is 80s. He is a monster.
They'll try and run it here. And this time he'll be stopped short of the goal line. He might have been against a long run. In any event, the try for two fails. Martin McClure now out to kick it away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Jets working their way back onto the field. And
I'm actually calling the plays because of these earbuds.
Promising start, but then a 2-9 finish the rest of the way. Now Todd Bowles, Charles, was given the vote of confidence. He'll be back.
Confidence and for the right reasons. Remember, before the season, how many times have we joked that everyone we talked to said the Jets would go 0-16? Yeah. They were very competitive throughout the year. They played hard for Coach Todd Bowles, so that makes sense. But when you look at their offense, everyone wants to talk about the quarterback position. I don't think there's a spot on the offense that they could improve with draft choices and free agency. So that's an offense that needs total retooling.
Yeah, so with the high draft pick first round, it's not a given that they're going quarterback.
Not a given, but if there's one they like, I'm pretty sure they're going to go ahead and take him.
On third and long, it's McCown. He rifles one.
Pick six. Pick six.
Picked off by Quandre Diggs.
Pick six, baby. Pick six. Pick six, baby. Pick six.
From what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick six. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already.
I was just making sure you guys could hear me.
Peter for the point after.
Here, I'm gonna have the video play. There we go.
And it is now 21-0. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six.
Alright, sorry about that, guys. Okay. Controller select. It should be in the middle. Alright. I had to get this controller on. Smear kick. Smear kick.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. Now a hit and a loose football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And he will score. Touchdown.
This is how we roll. You can't stop us. This is how we roll.
Taking it in. And the Lions are able to grow their lead. So they get the one-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. Two quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown.
Kick off. Kick off. No.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks right near the 27. Real quick, Charles, to J.J. Watt before the possession switches here. Walter Payton, NFL Man of the Year, and they totaled up how much he helped raise for hurricane relief, $37 million.
Incredible. Hurricane Harvey, which really hit the Houston area in a big way, and his original goal was $200,000. So congratulations to J.J. Watt and all the people who participated. And Greg Olsen of the Panthers, Benjamin Watson of the Ravens, both tight ends, also nominated and finalists for the most prestigious award as determined by the NFL, the Walter Payton Man of the Year Award.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. They lost 4 there, and it's third down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And they will take over with a football just outside of the 10 at the 12-yard line.
I think they're going to have to make some decisions here. That's the second fumble here in the first quarter. And what I mean by that is, do you have the confidence to stay with him? Or are you going to have to make a change and maybe go to someone else?
Back to throw. Stafford throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And
lands the
pylon. Got it on cruise
He
control.
landed the pylon.
Getting your
Clip
back.
that. That's
great mismatches because who's going to cover, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And would you believe it? This is caught in the end zone. And the fake extra point works to extend their lead by 2.
Partner, they're up big. They snap the ball from the 15 for a regular PAT. Yet they fake it and get it. Is the kicker's leg tired? What's going on here?
I don't know, but defensively, now with this deficit, now you add 2 more onto that. They fake the PAT. That stings a little.
It definitely stings, and I know the guys that I played for, they wouldn't be as mad at the opposition as they would have been at us for allowing that to happen.
So the football switching hands here in just a second. And, you know, Tom Brady, just to go off on a tangent for a second, may have lost the Super Bowl, but 3rd MVP this past season, and what he did at age 40, really something, right, Charles?
Absolutely phenomenal. Ended up beating out Todd Gurley, the running back for the Los Angeles Rams, but he would have traded it for a Super Bowl win, don't you think? How about this? The last 9 NFL MVPs to play in the Super Bowl that same season, 0-9.
Yeah.
You go all the way back to Kurt Warner in, what, 1999 where he won the double?
We were going over that stat earlier. That is hard to believe.
But he would have been the MVP had the Patriots pulled that one out.
Gosh, to try harder.
Super Bowl titles
when you try your best and you don't succeed. Once you don't succeed.
So 2nd and 10 here.
Will you try your best and you don't succeed? If you get really hard, if you get hit really hard, you just get back up
Hand this one off to Powell. Well, they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Well, that play was doomed right from the start.
He just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
Throwing is McCown on 3rd down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Darius Slay. Oh, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. So let's discuss the Detroit Lions as their offense makes their way back out there, Charles. Last 3 years, including a playoff loss in 2016, they're 25 and 24. They're going to have a new head coach, of course, Jim Caldwell, let go at the end of the year. And it always seems like he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown.
First play.
Marvin Jones. 44 yards. And the Lions just continue to pour it on. But what a quick turnaround there. They get the football. Next play, boom, touchdown.
I've been in a situation before where a turnover offensive mate, and you talk about what to do on your next series, and all of a sudden you hear sudden change. You got to get out on the field and defend right away. Not everyone is mentally prepared to go.
Is that what is yelled on the sidelines a lot of times?
That, among other things.
Maybe some words we can't share here.
Yeah, we'll just keep this one PG.
FCC violation.
No doubt.
Try your
This is fielded at the
Pass
chalk of the
the
team.
boom.
And he is going to be knocked
He
flat
lays
on his
the
back.
hit
Big
and goes.
hit near the 25.
dead.
Before the offense changes hands here, let's look back to the Super Bowl February 5th. What a game. I know you were there calling it offensively, though.
He just got raped hard and dead hard.
If you're in Minnesota, it's cold
He's in a
outside.
coffin now.
About the offenses, they heated up in a big way. And how about Nick Foles? The backup quarterback turned MVP. 373 yards, 3 touchdowns. And, of course, the big one receiving on the Philly special.
Quite a story. As you and I were talking about off air, it was just a fluid game, not a lot of... And look out! I think he's going to go! 30, past the 20, and all the way in. Touchdown,
No.
New York.
No.
Billy Anderson,
No.
75 yards.
No.
And the Jets
No.
get the score back.
I think if you
No.
defensive backs,
No.
they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust because your first move
Number
is to not
29.
get beat in the middle of the
He
field.
wouldn't have
That's
cut
how they
in.
move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those
28.
upfield and go.
If he
But
would
great
have
job
cut
with it.
in,
Really
he would have
good
got that
balance,
tackle.
really good body control. And how about the end result? A touchdown.
Here's Chandler Catton.
We're gonna have
for
a
the
kick
extra
return
point.
touchdown after that, bitch.
You don't mess with my Lions, motherfuckers.
And they get a bit of a respite here from what's been an otherwise
You don't mess
dreadful
with my
first half
team,
of football.
motherfuckers.
One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points.
Go,
Fielded
Tate, go,
about a
go.
yard deep. Oh, nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy.
Go, Tate.
And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. CD, I want to get your thoughts on some potential free agents this offseason before we change the possession here. Now, caution, many of these guys could be
GG's.
resigned, I know, but
GG's.
who are some of them? Kirk Cousins is one.
Yeah, we're talking about difference makers. Kirk Cousins at the quarterback position. He's going to be coveted around the league for quarterback-needy teams. Case
Run
Keenum
play.
had a big year.
Got
Could he
it.
move? But
Psych.
how about running backs? Le'Veon Bell, Deion Lewis, some pass catchers. Jimmy Graham, Jarvis Landry, Sammy Watkins. And about the guy who goes and gets quarterbacks, DeMarcus Lawrence had a monster year for Dallas last season.
Yeah, a lot of big names that could be out there as free agents. And that's caught inside the 35. An excellent pickup of
When you need those
34
receiver
yards.
stats.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, That's often the difference in winning and
Verts,
losing.
verts.
Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24.
Ooh, long timeout.
Whistles
This
come
play
in.
got
They're gonna
the
get a
time.
by the offense.
field goal minute.
And my goodness, they're now out of timeouts here in this first quarter. And a strange one here, a little befuddled. They're sending out the field goal unit now. And this one, a 41-yard attempt.
Boomer.
Senior vet knocks it through the goalpost. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So he splits the uprights there, and I would imagine it's nice as a kicker. Right when it leaves your foot, you know it's good.
Yeah, it's kind of like a golfer that picks up his tee after a nice drive without even watching it land.
Solid analogy. I like it. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Trying
They
to
got
get
this
one more
last
in
play.
here before the quarter breaks. They start this with a run for Powell. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line.
Oh, don't worry about my phone.
And a play fake. McCown. And his throw is incomplete. The intended target, the tight end, Austin Seferian-Jenkins. And it's third down.
There's so much precision in an offense, especially when you're throwing the ball. And in an out route, plenty of it. How about the quarterback getting his back foot falls out of his hands? Receiver making his break, making his cut. He's got to time up perfectly. Not always easy to do.
Just let him a little too much.
Yeah, I remember back in the good old days, I was talking to a quarterback.
There's one that's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And he will score. Touchdown, Lions.
Detroit is the best.
That pick six extending this lead even further. Boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the third quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
Now Prater to add the PAT.
If you guys want to follow me on
And the route is on here in this first
ITV
half.
_ Jacob Rockhill 0.
Offensively getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Here's a tip about Madden.
So they'll get another
Always
shot
want
on
to
offense
sky
following
kick
that
it.
pick six.
Because
And
if
now the
you
kick
don't
is away.
want, and you're oh my God.
This is taken just shy of the 10. Now a hit and a loose football. And penalty markers down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive.
Ooh! I'm gonna check this.
So holding will scratch off some of that return.
And I know fans get frustrated when they see penalties of this sort on kick returns, but it is difficult to do it right against these moving targets at full speed. Hard to do.
I'm sorry about this. Oh, shit.
This is the running back, Powell. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
McCown now on first down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Let's get this. Crowd get loud. Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun.
Oh,
To get a couple as he's
where's
across
that
the
ankle
40 to
though?
41.
That ankle. Get that ankle replaced.
Hasn't made much of an impact in the running game
Hurt
thus
it.
far, and after
Hurt it
that
harder.
last
Hurt it.
run,
Hurt it
not much
harder.
is gonna
Hurt it.
change in that
Hurt it
area.
harder.
He hasn't been able
Yeah.
to get anything going, and really the offensive line
Let's
not
go.
helping him much. McCown looks to throw on third. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Boom! Boom! With the pillow. With the pillow.
He's strong safety.
Offense
Some people
out.
may not
Defense
realize
out.
it's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids.
Comes right through that gap. They come right through the gaps. Boom. Explosive.
On
Maybe
fourth
you
down, here's
can't
Lachlan Edwards to
stop
punt it.
this defense or offense. 1-0, oh, oh, 1-0, oh, oh, oh.
This is taken around the 12.
Make this guy here.
Gets around him.
Here.
Right through it.
Go.
He had one man to beat. It takes a touchdown-saving tackle to bring him down. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10.
One
And a
trap.
great spot to start this drive
I
from
didn't hear
here.
anything. Not here, but one trap, go up good.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to get
First.
this inside the 30.
Don't let that first stay.
Nice pick up there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Alright, if we can get it, let's just get it. That's all I care about right now.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And some room to work. Oh, now he bowls him over. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. First half touchdown. And the Lions have got it on cruise control. So he's in for his 3rd score of the game. And the defense probably saying, man, we don't want to see this guy for a long time.
It's bad enough when anyone scores a touchdown against you, but for one person to get 3, it almost sets him apart from the rest of the game, and no one likes to see any of those players on a pedestal, not from the defensive point of view.
Prater on to add the extra point. The play clock's running down. He'll drop to throw. And would you believe it? This is caught in the end zone. And the fake extra point works to extend their lead by 2.
All right, partner, one more time. Our whole lives, you put the ball on the 3-yard line, kick the extra point. 2015, they put it on the 15 to kick the extra point. 2016, they said, we're leaving it there. So if you want to fake it, that's a long way to go. And they got it done.
I was going to say they had a 15-yard play in their back pocket.
You don't see that on too many play sheets, do you?
No.
I'm literally just
Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. He gets away from one. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Bilal Powell and his offensive mates retaking the field. He's had a good chunk of carries. Problem is for very little success. I don't want to put it all on his shoulders, but that's a big reason they're losing right now.
Have to be very careful that he doesn't start pointing fingers. Offensive line obviously trying. The defense is doing a nice job against him today. When it's all said and done, it's all about the guy in the mirror. He has to get it done better going forward.
See if he can look and do some soul searching now. Throwing on first is McCown. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Ziggy Ansah able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of a yard.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. On second down, here's McCown. And his throw here's incomplete.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. The Jets on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. From the gun, it's McCown. And that is incomplete. Now, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
Here's Lachlan Edwards now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And this will be taken at the 13. Oh, leaves him behind on the spin. Now another. Through an opening, and there he goes. Touchdown, Detroit.
Hey, rookie, that's the way to make an impression. Return one for a touchdown.
Yeah, welcome to the party. We saw him fielding those punts before the game, and he's had a little bit of a look in his eye, didn't he?
He did. He was a confident young man, and now we know why.
Now Prater to add the PAT.
YouTube, don't demonetize.
Do not demonetize this live stream. I'm just looking at Musical.ly.
So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. Now a hit and a loose football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
As that ball got away from him, and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
Now Stafford letting one go deep for the end zone and nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
The way he's been slinging in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess you have to wait to try and pick up that third, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting. That brings up third down.
A missed opportunity for an interception would have killed off a drive. He had a chance there to finish things off. Didn't get it done. I guess that's why a lot of those guys do not play offense.
Forced out to his left. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Now that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3-and-out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a first down.
Being chased out left. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. He was trying to get it to T.J. Jones that time, and that'll bring up second down.
Terrific coverage in the end zone that time. Forced him out of the pocket to his right. I thought maybe try and run it there, but no one came open for him. Nice job by the defense of not getting out of their lanes.
Stafford. Push it. Touchdown, Lions. And let's not forget he had the receiving touchdown earlier. Now a trio of rushing touchdowns. Quite a performance.
Diversification, that's all you can talk about. His ability to do everything leaves him on the field on every down on offense because you can hand it to him as we've seen, but just had 3 rushing touchdowns, and of course throw it to him where he's caught 1 as well.
Prater on to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man. 5 for 5 now as he...
I'll let this game go to rest on that last video. I can't play all the video, obviously. So I'm not...
Knocks another one through to extend the lead. The drive summary that time, 5 plays, and was polished off by the touchdown run from the 16-yard line. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Bilal Powell and his offensive mates retaking the field. And a lot of times you talk about establishing the ground game. Probably something they need to do more of here, losing in the second quarter.
When you're riding your best horse, you've got to lather him up. The best running backs I've ever talked to, they've all said the exact same thing to me. I'll even break a good sweat until I get to 20 carries.
You're full of good wisdom. Let's see if they can get him into the game more now. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. All right, here we go.
They start the drive with a give to Powell. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. Well, usually you don't think of the cornerback coming in for a no-gain play, but that's what we had there. Nice tackle.
Yeah, and how about the range, too? Coming from the outside part of the play, moving his way into the inside and making that play happen. No gain for the offense, big play for the defense.
They'll run again. Again, it's Powell. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Ford Field after this. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Larry Ridley will have the highlights and analysis of this first half from our studios in Orlando.
And I have a fairly solid idea about which team will be featured prominently in those highlights.
Might be a little biased. The Jets on third down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 7. McCown giving to Powell on the draw. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. And when you're running the football, one thing you don't want to see is a big boy coming up there to swallow you whole in those D tackles and nose tackles.
No, you're actually counting on your big boys to protect you from them. But on that play, the defensive tackle had the leverage, and he won the battle. No gain, correct?
No gain. Here's Lachlan Edwards now as he's on to punt for New York. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is taken at the 18. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Lions will take over. Getting set to go again, Matthew Stafford trots back onto the field. Yeah, they have had success on the ground, really as a team, doing well carrying the football. So maybe a little less pressure on his shoulders as the quarterback.
Any pressure he's carrying right now, that's self-inflicted, right? He's taking it on. He doesn't need to. Continue to do what you just said. Let everyone else carry the football. That's been effective. Don't have to worry about him throwing the ball in all the situations now. That's got to be a good feeling if he just relaxes and lets it keep coming to him.
Yeah, and relax and enjoy the second quarter lead right now. On first down, it's Stafford. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. Now a first down throw. Stafford. He's going to let one fly for Tate. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. A big play there just before halftime. 54 yards. The final shot before the break. Stafford. This will be caught at about the 5. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
Thanks, Brandon. Thanks, Charles. And welcome to our EA Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. The Lions are showing they're the better team right now and lead big at the end of 2. The Jets just need to figure out a way to bounce back. All right, let's do this. Here's the first half highlights. Lions now on 3rd and 8. Riddick's got it off the left side here, and he'll go for the score. Offense out now after the fumble. Lions take the early lead. He's going to get into the open, and he'll run it in from 43 yards out. Jets have it midway through the first. McCown's got to rush the throw, and it's intercepted. Lions would then turn it around for the TD. The lead now at 27. Offense now with the shot after the interception. Here the pass goes into the end zone, and this will go for a touch. Now 1st and 10. Lions way out in front. Anderson's wide open, able to make the grab. And this long run goes for a touchdown. But they still trail well behind. Jets have it early in the second. Here the defense will come up with the pick. Lions will end up returning it for a TD as this wild first half continues. Edwards is punting it away, and he'll take a touchdown, continuing a crazy first half. So that'll do it for us. We'll go back now to Detroit for the second half.
All right, Larry, indeed a one-sided affair to this point as we get set for half two. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
They begin with a carry for Powell. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. They go again with Powell. And some big-time hitting going on there. He is knocked to the ground. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves him needing about 7 here on third down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
They fake the give. Now McCown. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Ezekiel Ansah in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon.
And that's the second sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
Here's Lachlan Edwards now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Taken in at the 22. 12 yards on the return that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
How about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. And now here's a carry heading left. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
following the run. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
If they're going to get a first down out of this, they're going to have to earn it because there's been tough going in the interior there. And here we are on 3rd and 1. Be prepared. Brace yourself. Going to be some contact going on.
Watch left, watch left, watch left. Start right there.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And now running right through it. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. 57 yards. And the Lions just continue to pour it on. And that rushing touchdown is 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Now Prater to add the PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And the last play, a really nice run that culminated in the touchdown. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back. New York set to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They run with Powell, and he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Wasn't that long ago that the NFL guys really didn't adopt much from the college game, but one thing that has crept in there is spreading things out, opening things up, not even just in tempo, but maybe getting better line splits and spreading the field. I think that would be a great strategy right now to try and open things up in the run game.
Working from the gun, McCown, and that is incomplete here. He was trying to get it to Jermaine Kearse, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Play action, McCown. Airing one deep for Kearse. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Quincy Enunwa, 79 yards. And the Jets are at least able to knock the deficit down a bit. He's tough to contain as it is, but in man coverage with a pretty deep pass downfield, really tough to contain.
And it's so difficult because every play you've got to consider he might try and run past you. So your goal as a defensive back is to give him plenty of cushion, meaning lots of space between you and him. If he wants to catch the short stuff, come up and secure the tackle, hit him a bunch during the game, and try and keep him in front. But if you turn your head for a second, if your concentration wanes,
bye-bye.
He just takes off and goes, and I think that's what we just saw there.
So they get one score back, but still a long ways to go here in this third quarter. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive, and it's finished off by a New York Jets touchdown. Catanzaro out now as he'll kick this one away. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer on the end zone for a second home because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows how to get there, and boy, he looks happy when he does.
He's already bought all the property in the end zone. That's the problem. He's going to sell to himself now. They'll run it now out of the gun. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Off the corner. Where'd he come from? Well, I guess he came off the corner, but really nice play.
I like when you're able to pose a question and answer it at the same time. That's exactly where he came from, but it's not something that you normally see. Most of the time, we're thinking about those guys covering pass catchers. In this case, he was a big factor in the run game. No gain.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the... And that's caught inside the 30. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A big play there for Detroit. 42 yards.
Now, that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. A handoff as they run the counter play. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A great play there. 28 yards. And the Lions have got it on cruise control.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Prater on to add the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And the finishing touch was that nice long run into the end zone. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And New York set to take the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up to about the 40. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on third down. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
From the gun on third, McCown. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Here's Lachlan Edwards now. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Ooh, with a juke. So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Second remains now in this third quarter. On first down, Stafford here. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the third quarter. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on